kings and queens. Welcome back to Time to Queen. I am Naisha Nicole, and this is episode 3 of my 4-part series on how to build a business the right way. So episode 3, we are going to focus on business banking. Now, you have built your business the right way. You've got all your paperwork together. You have been networking, marketing. You've made a few sales, done a few services, and you've got the moolah. But what are you going to do with it? Definitely don't put it under your mattress. That's not the way to do it. Business banking is so important. You need somewhere to keep your money. You need a place, a safe place, an insured place to keep your money. All of this money you're going to be making, you have to have somewhere to put it. Federally regulated banks, your big banks, your Bank of Americas, your Wells Fargos, even your regional banks, SunTrust, even down to your credit unions, Navy Federal, USAA, they have certain rules and regulations that you have to abide by. So today we're going to be talking about what you need to start a business bank account, how you go about doing it, and what those regulations are. And then also at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how to make those accounts free. I know a lot of people get concerned about, well, yes, I need a bank. I know I need a bank, but banks have a lot of fees, especially for businesses. Yes, that is true. They do have quite a few fees, but there are a lot of ways to make those fees, to get rid of those fees. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. So let's get started. What is it that you need to open a bank account? Well, in episode 1, I told you guys about how to form your business, what paperwork, what documentation you'll need to form your business. You're going to need that when you open your business account. They have to make sure that you are the person that you say you are and that you actually own this business. If I can't provide any proof that I own Exit Strategies Investments, I shouldn't be opening an account. However, there are some people out here that are very smart in fraud and try to do those things on a regular basis. So you have to provide documentation that you actually own the business. You're going to also need your personal identification. As the business owner, you have to prove you are who you say you are. Now, personal identification can vary from bank to bank. Most of the time, it's just going to be your driver's license or your passport and a secondary form of identification that does not necessarily have your picture on it, but does have your name exactly the way it is on your government-issued ID. That is your driver's license, your passport, military ID, whatever that may look like. You're also going to need an opening deposit. So banks need to make sure that you're actually going to use this account. They have to pay money for customers to hold their accounts. So they need to make sure that the accounts that they're opening are actually going to be used. So you're going to need an opening deposit. Typically that's going to be anywhere from $25 to $100 depending on what bank it is and what type of account it is that you're opening. Now, what services do banks offer just outside of your regular bank accounts to hold your money? They also offer savings accounts. So just like you have a savings account for your personal needs, your personal use, you earn interest on those accounts, whatever that may look like in today's world. They do the same thing for businesses. So that's going to be great for you to be able to put aside some money. I use my business savings account for my tax holdings so that I can make sure I pay my taxes on time, because that's important, you know. They also offer credited accounts. So they offer loans, lines of credit, credit cards, different types of lending. You're going to need to go to a bank at some point and get that type of thing. If you see your business start to grow, if you're having some gaps in some of your cash flow, you're going to need to get some type of lending. You're going to need to go to a bank to do that. You're going to want a relationship with that bank. Most banks nowadays are relationship banks, meaning they only lend or they give better pricing, better interest rates, better terms to the people who are actually their customers. They have a history with them. They know their spending habits. They know their depository habits. So they have a little bit more comfortability with these people. So building a banking relationship early on in your business life is very important for when you get further down the line and you need some type of lending. Now, yes, you can get a credit card or a line of credit the day you open your account, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the best terms or rates with that credit card. So building a history for business lending is very important. They also offer reporting and cash flow management tools. So this is what they call treasury management. These can be in the form of reporting tools to tell you what's going in and out of your account, who you're paying, how you're paying them, helping you with being able to manage that process. These are going to be for the more established businesses, of course, or if you decide that that's something that you'd rather pay for, then keep track of yourself. They also offer fraud protection. I just talked about how people open accounts with your information that is not necessarily truthful. Fraud is on the rise. You need to protect yourself from all fraudulent activity as much as possible. This is business and personal, honestly. But specifically for businesses, fraudsters target businesses specifically because a lot of times people just don't watch their business accounts the way that they should be. So banks do offer specialized fraud protection specifically for business owners and business accounts. They also offer financial planning and advice. I am a relationship manager that manages business relationships for a bank. I help my customers with planning their business future, meaning I will take a look at what it is they have going on today and help them progress along the way to be able to be a more financially stable business, help them to grow to be a bigger business, help them to grow and succeed financially. A lot of banks offer these services. So this is important, especially if you know what you want your business to do. Let somebody else take care of the financial aspect for you. Take that off your plate so you can really focus on what it is that you are, how it is that you're running your business, and what your passion is, and what you're good at, which is whatever your product or service is. Now, I mentioned to you that you can make these services and products free. How the heck do you do that? Well, there are several ways. A lot of banks will require you to have a minimum balance in the account. That's probably one of the most surface level ways to accomplish making sure you avoid monthly service fees. But those minimum balance requirements can range anywhere from $500 to $25,000, $40,000, depending on, again, what type of account it is and what bank it is. So you're going to want to make sure that you are very aware of what those requirements are as far as minimum balance requirements go. Another way is minimum transactions per month. So there are accounts where if you do 10 transactions per month, you automatically get your account free. So when you're sitting down and you're opening your account, make sure that you are talking to the person, the banker, that's opening your account, to ask them, hey, how can I make this account free? I really don't want any monthly service fees. Is there a minimum transaction amount or a minimum balance that I need to keep? Another way is to have additional services. So it is actually illegal for a bank to tie services and make you have one service or another in order for you to get your products free. But you do have the option to sign up for these services to make your accounts free. So if you take the option, yes, you can get your account free, but they can't make you do it. They can't say you have to have X service in order to get your account free. That is illegal, and if anybody tells you that that's the case, you need to call them on it immediately because they shouldn't be doing that. So additional services can be a loan, a line of credit, merchant services, which is how you accept your debit and credit cards. It can be a wide range of things depending on what it is that bank offers. So having additional services can entitle you to a free checking account and savings account. Make sure, I cannot express this enough, make sure you are reading your documentation. Yes, banking professionals are supposed to disclose certain things to you, but it is your personal responsibility to read the documentation. You have to have a certain level of personal responsibility with your business in every aspect, especially banking. Banks are federally or state regulated, and there are certain things that they have to pay for. So they will pass those fees down to you. And if you don't read your documents, you can find yourself paying some hefty fees if you're not using your accounts the right way, or if you're just not paying attention to the services that you have and what it is that you signed up for. So make sure that you ask the right questions and you read the right documents. That's really it. Banking is really simple, you guys. A lot of people make it so hard, but it's really not. It can be free and it is simple. It's easy to set up. Well, that's actually it for this video today. Like I said, you guys, it is so simple. It does not have to be hard. Please don't overthink it. I'm going to leave some links down below to help you with choosing the right bank accounts and some terminology that you might hear when you go to open your bank account and the things that you might need to know prior to opening your account as well. I'm going to leave some links down below. Please make sure you subscribe and share this video. Make sure you go back and watch episode 1 and 2, and make sure you watch episode 4 when I upload it. In order to get notified of when I do upload episode 4, make sure you click that bell after you subscribe. Thank you so much, and it is time to queen.